Alright, welcome back. It's time to compare the XM1 Chrysler with the AMX-32. Now, the XM1 is one of the more recent vehicles. I believe it was added in one of the last two updates. I honestly forgot what was the last big box premium vehicle, but this vehicle is kind of a mini Abrams, kind of the beginning of that lineup. So let's take a look at the stats. Now, the XM1 Chrysler has a 105mm main gun, 75 km/h top speed, the reverse is 41 km/h, it weighs 53 tons, for kilometers, average penetration 259mm, very well protected front upper plate, but it has that flat point where you will probably get hit most often. Overall, maneuverability wise, one of the most maneuverable vehicles in this tier, probably the most maneuverable vehicle, but the main gun and the ammo is what a lot of players didn't really like about this vehicle. However, honestly, from my experience, I didn't really struggle with the XM1. Now, the AMX-32. Now, this thing is deadly, let me tell you that right away. This thing is very deadly. A very powerful 120mm main gun. It is also very maneuverable, not as fast as the XM1, but it does go 65 km/h in reverse, while the XM1 goes only 41 km/h in reverse. Average penetration of 480mm, which is comparable to the Leopard L44. It has much less armor and the turret rotation speed seems to be a little less, but don't be fooled by that armor. This thing can be kind of difficult to destroy. The AMX-32 is definitely a very interesting vehicle when it comes to survivability, but let's take both of these vehicles out for a little ride and let's see how they will perform. Now, as I mentioned before, the XM1, I like the vehicle because of its maneuverability. It is really maneuverable and it is definitely quite quick. The turret does rotate very quickly. Now, onto the ammo. This is where this is what most players don't like about the XM1. The APFSDS shell isn't the best. However, as I mentioned in the XM1 video that I made a long time ago, any APFSDS shell will do well because you will be shooting at the weak spots anyway, and the penetration that this vehicle offers is still more than enough to break through the armor on pretty much any vehicle that you will face. And of course, it is a PFSDS shell, so you can expect it to do some good damage. Not the best shell, obviously not the best shell, and the AMX will definitely have a more powerful main gun, better ammo, but you do get a bit more maneuverability and armor with this vehicle. It is quite a survivable vehicle, and I think it does have blowout panels, but correct me if I'm wrong, I think it does have, but I could be wrong, I forgot. I know the Leopard, one of the recent premium tier 9 Leopards do have a blowout panel. Not sure about this vehicle, I would say based... Wait a second, why am I on fire? Oh, you sneaky little... Oh, okay. Where is my team and... Well, I think the blowout panels, if I have any of them on this vehicle, kind of saved me. Does seem to have something at the back of the turret though, so I think that it has that. But yeah, I just took a hit and... oh, that was actually a ATGM that hit me. Okay, that's interesting. Well, I just took a bunch of ATGMs and I'm still moving, so I think it's safe to say that this vehicle does have some form of protection from blowout. I'll have to repair the vehicle though, because the reload is now a bit slow because the loader is not moving anymore. Or should I say, the loader is no longer in one piece, that's for sure. Let me just destroy the T10A. Okay, now I will go back and repair. Okay, repairing in progress. This position, the gun oppression on the AMX and on the Chrysler is, I would say, really good. You can definitely go hold down with this vehicle. Actually, now I remember something. I actually managed to destroy the vehicle by shooting it in the ammo through the turret. However, it does take a while for the ammo to blow up, so not really sure about that blowout panel protection on the vehicle. That's a good hit. That's actually surprisingly a good hit, because usually when you hit a T-54 or a T-50 based vehicle in that position, they usually don't blow up immediately because the fuel tank absorbs the shell. Oh, a Merkava. Now this is where things get a bit problematic. I did manage to hit the weak spot there, but the Merkava is still moving, unfortunately. Okay, this is basically where you want to shoot the Merkava from the front. You have a little opening. However, I'm not getting lucky enough to hit the right spot. I'm actually... yeah, let's just go back and repair. It's still a Merkava, so these things are annoying. Oh look, M40 and... misfire. That wasn't a misfire, I was like hit in the ammo. I didn't immediately repair because of the revenge bomber in the air, but now I will repair, and I will... Would be funny if I get yeeted by artillery right now. That would be annoying, because the artillery was dropping shells right where I parked. How convenient. How convenient indeed. Okay, vehicle repaired. And let me take the revenge bomber. That's 9 destroyed vehicles. Not bad. Not bad at all. Really solid results. At the end of the day, I've had better battles, I've had worse battles. This is what you can expect with the Chrysler M1. Chrysler 1 if you play it. And that was the Merkava. Oh well, that was a good battle. No complaints for me, that was a decent battle. Okay. Now let's go to the AMX-32. I think I should play the AMX-32 a lot more often. That thing is very good. The AMX-32 definitely is very good. And I remember when this vehicle was released for the first time originally, a lot of players felt underwhelming when they used the AMX-32. Later, when they realized how good this thing was, that's when players started to like the AMX. But as I mentioned before, this thing just... oh. And speaking of the devil, by the way, XM1 is the next is the vehicle I'm shooting at. Time to check out that blowout panel here. Let me shoot the... Actually, I'm not gonna shoot. Okay, I did not shoot the turret. I did, but it didn't blow up. I had to go for the hull. Yeah, well, XM1 destroyed by the AMX-32. At the same time, you can also destroy the AMX with the XM1. Basically, the vehicle that shoots first, destroys first. That's how top tier goes. Another XM1, okay. This time I got hit and I have to repair the vehicle. One little thing I don't like about the AMX-32 is that huge cupola at the top. If you get hit with high explosive there, it's game over. That's a huge weak spot on this vehicle, top of the turret, the cupola for the commander. It does have a very nice, very nasty auxiliary autocannon, and it's a 30 or 20 millimeter autocannon that can fire AP shells, and those AP shells are nasty. Able to shred light armor vehicles, aircraft, like no big deal. And that's one of the things where you will have an advantage over the XM1 and over most vehicles really. The AMX-32 and some other AMX vehicles do have a very, very nasty secondary autocannon. Can disable tracks, can disable main guns depending on the ammo that you choose for it. Overall, it is definitely a nice thing to have on this vehicle, and that's a cheese wedge. Cheese wedge being the cheese wedge, very survivable as well, but if you keep shooting at the lower plate, eventually it will be destroyed. The cheese wedge is one of my favorite vehicles. Always was, always will be. The upper plate of the AMX-32 is surprisingly resistant to shells. I did manage to bounce this thing a lot of times. If you hit the upper plate, it just bounces. So the armor, while not being good, is definitely not bad. Definitely not bad. It's a very, very odd vehicle to use, that's for sure. Oh look, that's the STRV-103C. The main gun is just very powerful on this thing. Honestly, this main gun easily rivals the main gun on the Leopard L44 in performance. When it hits, it just slaps. There's just no denying that this thing is very good.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry.
And I was also surprised when I took this vehicle out for a ride for the first time, when I noticed how powerful the main gun is. It basically feels like a Leopard, really. If you played Leopard, you will definitely enjoy this vehicle as well. The feeling is approximately the same. And let's move a little bit forward and let's see if we manage to catch other vehicles. So, I mean, which one of the two vehicles do you prefer? I think most players, when offered the XM1 or the AMX-32, will pick the AMX-32 because of that main gun. And honestly, that is understandable. I mean, main gun definitely will work good, has more penetration and will do more damage. But at the same time, if you like a speedy maneuverable vehicle, the XM1 will maybe be the better choice, but I will leave that decision up to the player. Oh look, right for the ammo. Oh, wait a second. Hey Bradley, machine gun and oof. Yeah, that was the machine gun. As I mentioned before, the autocannon slaps. That Bradley is now Swiss cheese, basically. And that's a decent battle. I had a better battle with the XM1, but you know, it's okay. I actually always try to replicate the same result with both vehicles I test usually, and let me tell you that that's so difficult to do because of so many different things. So many different things that can go wrong. But in any case, that would be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and if you would like to and with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed. If you would like to support me, feel free to like and subscribe, and with that being said, stay safe, and as always, I'll see you next time.